Hi, welcome to Sasha's Kitchen, brought to you by Sasha's Nipple.
All right. Today we're gonna make one of my favorite foods in the world, butter chicken. It's Indian food.
Butt chicken.
Not butt chicken, butter chicken.
A butter chicken.
It's not too spicy, so for people who cannot eat hot food or like very spicy food, you can still eat butter chicken. It's perfect. So I already prepared the chicken in the afternoon. I marinated it with yogurt and spices.
Yogurt? What kind of yogurt?
I use Greek yogurt. You can use other yogurt, but I had Greek yogurt at home, so I use Greek yogurt.
Okay.
For the marinade, just take some yogurt, add some garam masala spice, some chili powder, some garlic ginger paste, salt, stir it well, and add the chicken. Make sure it's well covered, and put it in the fridge.
And spices?
It's my garam masala spice blend that I made myself.
Okay.
I bought the spices from a Chinese herbal store.
Wait, so this isn't German?
I just said it's Indian cuisine.
That's culturally inappropriate.
All right. So Germans don't really use spices. German food is very bland, very boring. I'm not a fan. So anyway, we're making Indian, and you need Indian spices for that. I have this grinder here. It's a coffee grinder. And I pour the spices in at a certain ratio and blend it all up. And this is the spice blend. I want Caleb to smell this. He has never smelled this before. I'm really excited to show this to him. This is freaking good. All right. Smell this. It's spicy.
Ooh, man.
Do you like the smell?
Yeah, but it's
It's very strong, right?
It is.
It's very strong. Why do I want to grind the spices myself? Because if you buy them in a bottle already ground for you, the flavor is not very strong. And I ground them today, so they're very fresh and very intense.
Very aromatic.
There are actually two ways how to make, or maybe even more ways how to make butter chicken. You could stir fry the chicken in the pan. I've done that before. You can also bake it in the oven, and I'm going to do that today. Just to try different things, and it's fun.
But this is your keto way.
Oh yeah, this is keto butter chicken. All right, butter chicken is pretty much keto to begin with, if you don't add sugar. A lot of people add sugar, but I don't add sugar. So
Garlic.
this is garlic and ginger.
Okay.
I also ground that today, so it's very fresh. It's not a store-bought paste. It's my own paste that I made. I got my onions here. That's going to be part of this sauce. This is fenugreek leaves, coconut cream. You need that. You don't necessarily need coconut cream. You could also use other stuff. And tomato paste. I'm going to explain this later. Just going to lay it out. The reason why I marinated the chicken, for anybody who's never done that before, is it makes it more tender. If you take the chicken out and cook it right away without marinating, it can still be tender, but it's way more tender if you do that for a couple of hours. I did it for maybe 4 hours today, so that's a pretty good time. You can do it even longer, a whole day if you want, but I think at least 2 hours would be a good time. And so yogurt helps marinate that thing. You can also use other things as marinade, but I think yogurt, I've read, works pretty well. We're gonna preheat the oven to 160 degrees Celsius. You would have to convert that to Fahrenheit. I can't do that on my own. Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna do that. It's called butter chicken because you need some butter. If you don't use butter, it's some other.
It's just chicken.
Yeah. This is butter from New Zealand. If you can, and you should, buy grass-fed butter. Because if you buy butter from grain-fed beef, it has more bad fatty acids. And the grass-fed butter has much more healthy fat. Because those cows in, for example, New Zealand, they eat more grass and they have more omega-3 fatty acids. Do I need more? I'm going to put some more butter in it because I like it so much. Melt the butter, and okay, here's what you do.
What about the heat?
Medium. Just make it not super hot. You know, make it medium heat. I would say it doesn't need to be super hot. The first thing you do after the butter is melted, you add the spices. Why do you want to do that? Because the oil is going to soak up the aroma from the spices. That's why you do that in that order. Why do you use oil, and how do you make oil taste really good? You put in flavors. And you do that. I have the spices here. I have the onions. and garlic ginger paste. You do that in that order. If you have these measuring spoons, these are pretty handy if you need to measure for baking, for cooking, they're great. I bought them and I use them almost every day. I'm gonna use a teaspoon. That's a lot, but I'm gonna do it because I like it. I have not added chili powder to the garam masala spice. I will do that later. You can add it early if you want, but I like to add it later because I can control the spice, the heat. I can control the heat better that way later. So I don't want to burn the spices, so I'm gonna stir it a little bit. Now the oil is soaking up all that aroma. And I'm adding onions. Stir it. I'm going to turn the heat lower for a little bit. So this is the paste that I made today. This goes in here as well. Okay. While this is cooking here, I'm gonna have to put the chicken in now because the oven is preheated. This goes in here.
Bye, chicken.
And I'm gonna do it for 6 minutes first. 6 minutes and see how it is in 6 minutes. Okay? So, you might have to do it a little bit longer if your oven is bigger because the heat won't be as close to the chicken. Now, the freaking amazing ingredient that I love so much. Tomato paste. For myself, if I'm by myself, I don't know. This is 340 grams. Maybe I'm gonna do half the can for now. Because we need a lot of sauce because we're 2 people. Gonna stir that a little bit more. So as you can see, the tomato paste is very thick. You don't have to use tomato paste. You can also use fresh tomatoes if you want, or crushed tomatoes, tomato sauce, diced tomatoes. Yeah, you could use any of those, but I use tomato paste because the flavor is super intense. It's very tomatoey, and I'm gonna use liquid to make it not as thick. And if you use fresh tomatoes, you have a very thin thing that you have to cook longer. That's a lot. It's pretty annoying. I save time, and it's super intense in flavor. Now, here comes the coconut cream. Why coconut cream? Like I said, this is too thick. It needs some sauce. If you have water, and for example, some Indians, or a lot of Indians I think, use cashew powder, or or ground cashews, and since we want to make it as since we want to make it as keto as possible, I don't want to use cashews because they have a little bit more carbs. But coconut cream has almost no carbs, very little, and it makes it super creamy and freaking tasty. It's amazing. Half the can, 200 milliliters is what I'm adding here. And then you can see, I can stir it. It's gonna look amazing, it's gonna smell amazing. You might think adding coconut cream doesn't give it a very strong coconut flavor. Not really, because the spices and the tomato flavor are so intense, are so strong, that it doesn't really taste like coconut at all. I don't think you would be able to tell if I didn't tell you. Even if I told you, that you probably would taste it. So it's, I think coconut cream is a great option for this. It's very convenient, it's very healthy, and it tastes amazing. As you can see, now we get that typical butter chicken color after stirring it for a little bit more.
Oh yeah.
What we're gonna do now is add some more spices because I love them and I'm crazy about them.
He's a man with a spice.
I'm a man of the spice. I added 1 teaspoon. Yeah, I added 1 teaspoon in the beginning. I'm gonna add another half now. You don't have to add as much if you are afraid of the intensity of the flavor. But I like it, so I'm gonna do it. Alright, I'm adding that. And now, gonna add some chili powder as well, because we do want to make it a little bit spicy. right?
You could just like wet your finger in your mouth and stick your finger in there, and all that chili powder will get up in there, so you don't have to use a spoon.
I'm gonna use half a teaspoon of chili powder. Not too much. Doesn't have to be spicy at all. Oh, sorry, forgot. Totally forgot about that. The salt. So busy. Yeah, the salt also helps to get in more flavor in a bit. If you feel like the sauce is too thick, you can add a little bit more coconut cream or some water if you want to have it thinner. But I want to avoid water because...
It's not keto?
Yeah, exactly. No, I sometimes when I add water, I feel like it eliminates too much of the flavor. I want to have a super intense flavor. And only water if it's completely necessary. You can smell the butter chicken smell now coming through.
I smell butter, spices. Not chicken yet, though.
I have the heat on low right now because I don't want the sauce to burn while I'm waiting for the chicken to bake. Okay. Oh, it smells really nice. Doesn't it?
Yes.
Now, I'm gonna stir that again over medium heat.
So you haven't eaten all day.
Correct.
What's your take on meals? Like the common 3 meals a day.
Well, I do intermittent fasting, which means that I have like an 8-hour window where I can eat. Sometimes that could be 2 meals, 2 very big meals. Sometimes it could be 4 small meals. I don't think it really matters how many meals you eat. It's really about when you eat them and what they are. That's important. But I think too many meals and eating constantly is not very good for the body, because the body actually, when it doesn't have to digest food constantly, it's a lot healthier. So there are bodybuilders who want to eat every 2 hours or so to feed their muscles, but I've done that before. And currently I'm doing a keto and intermittent fasting diet, so I'm gonna see how... Anyway, so we'll see how that works out for me. But you remember I have these fenugreek leaves, and I'm not being stingy with them. I'm gonna use a lot.
They almost smell like dried mushrooms.
You mean like what kind of mushrooms?
Just dried.
Dried mushrooms. Okay, good. Almost done. We're very close. Just gonna stir that one more time. Alright, I think it's good. And we'll see you at the dinner table.
Let's taste the curry. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. You can taste all these spices soaked up in the curry. It's really good. Mmm. Chicken's very tender. That's pretty good. That tastes pretty good. That's pretty good, man.
Good. Pretty good. Pretty good.
How's it compared to Indian restaurants in Taipei? From 1 to 10, what do you give it?
From the butter chicken I've had before, I think the only difference would be this one might be a little bit thicker than what I get at the Indian stores. But I mean, that's like personal preference, I think.
I like it thick.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I like it. I like it. I would give it a 10.
Really?
Yeah, it's butter chicken. It's Indian curry butter chicken.
So it doesn't taste like a foreigner made it?
No.
You could just sell it in an Indian restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Yes!
I mean, from the Indian restaurants that I get here on Uber Eats, I think it's, if not the same, then better. Yeah.
Really? Awesome, thank
It's
you.
pretty good. And I would say it's better because, you know, you're making it yourself and you get to
And
change it.
no sugar added.
No sugar.
It's keto.
I think people want to know about the budget.
It's probably not more than $5. It's a $5 meal.
$5 meal.
$5 would be 150 NT for the whole thing.
Wow.
Without like the chicken, you have to count the chicken extra. By the way, this sauce is for 2 people, not 1. So basically, it's half the price of a restaurant. It's healthier.
And I like the thickness of this. Not only it's more creamy, it's more like you can get a spoon and just like
Yeah.
It's not watery.
It
It's not
doesn't
like
drip
a soup.
all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is good for keto people, but of course, if you don't do keto, you can eat the same meal. You don't have to change anything. You don't have to add sugar. It's sweet enough. It's the perfect amount of sweet, sour, spicy.
We will enjoy this food, and if you guys are getting jealous, if you guys are getting hungry, start making this stuff. Nice, fucking nice. Bye.
Bye.